Welcome to Connected Safety Net. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to give you a very quick video demonstration of how our systems are connected. We are a digital compliance software solution, effectively branding ourselves as a digital factory that allows you to automate every aspect of your operations. This includes incident management, customized audits, advanced security management using QR code scanning, contractor management, and permit-to-work maintenance. With our platform, you can use things like the QR code scanner to create asset tracking and environmental management. We've also developed a UK grant-funded innovation that helps you manage carbon counting and net zero targeting. Our full e-learning platform serves as a training portal, while our event management feature is especially popular with construction companies. It helps manage crews going out to do specific jobs, effectively managing all aspects of the crew and their daily tasks. Additionally, we provide tools for emergency crisis management, risk management, and our new release of Connected AI. This innovative feature allows you to dynamically manage insights using your containerized data, helping you assess potential risks and take proactive measures for the future. So, what we'd like to do now is switch to a live demonstration and give you an illustration of some of the types of forms that we create for our clients. You simply share your documents with us and we digitize them for you. Looking at the portal here, this allows us to manage all aspects of your users and licenses. We also call it a digital factory because you are able to create your own forms and processes. While we tend to do this for our clients, you can see all the different types of radio buttons and features you can access. You can start to create form processes using these builders. What's really unique about our platform is that you don't need a coder. You can do all of this by building the processes you want and automating tasks through email alerts. Now let's take a look at some samples of documents and safety processes we've created. I'll be using my mobile phone to show you just how simple and easy this is. First note is that this platform is fully white label, so it will reflect your colors and branding. Additionally, the product works offline, so if you're in a restricted area, there's no problem. You can continue your processes offline and then automate the data into the system once you reconnect. We also have multiple language options available. Right now, we're using English, but you can choose your preferred language. Let's now take a look at some of the form processes we digitize for this illustration. So the first thing we're going to do is look at an occupational health and safety order. This will give you a good insight into the different types of radio buttons that you can create and automate. Whatever you do now, we will mirror that into the system. I'm going to click into the occupational health and safety order and request it by pressing that black circle. The first thing to note is that you can have videos and images. For example, here I've added a new video. This could be very useful to explain to individuals about the product or the process they are following. In this particular example, our client is a chain of restaurants and their coaches are auditors. We're going to enter our name and you'll see we're using speech to text throughout the platform. Let's say Paul Richardson. Next, I'm going to enter my mobile number. You can enter your address manually, or you can actually use the GPS. Ideally, if you're at the location, it will capture the location you're at. The next thing we can do is have the drop-down. So we'll just say we're in Dubai at the moment, and we're effectively going to be doing a warehouse audit. We're looking at a different brand here, so we're doing Starbucks. This particular design asks for a cost center number. But again, this is not going to be your design. It just shows you how the look and feel works. When we come down to the actual auditing process, the idea is to make it very easy for the user. The first thing to note is that on the side of every single question, you'll see the menu, 3 dots. You can touch there at any point, which allows you to take photos and videos. It could also give you details about the audit you're doing. So if I click View Info, it says, is the health and safety policy available, posted and communicated in store? If I said that was compliant, that's very easy to do. If it's non-compliant, I can create an action for the policy was not available at the time of the audit. Therefore, we need to speak to the supervisor to understand why. This is the second time we've audited, and the policy was not posted on the notice board. You'll see we're using speech to text, which is built into the software and makes it very easy for the user. If you have people who are dyslexic or not comfortable with typing, it's very easy for them to use the speech to text feature here. We can now allocate an action. I'll say that I need to complete this action by the 19th, and it may well be that I need to sort out the issue where the policy was not available. We'll continue marking everything as compliant all the way down. Now, I may want to actually add a photo to that particular issue. Here, I can capture a photo very quickly, and that photo is now uploading into the system. You can also do videos, and each video can be up to 8 seconds long. Let's go down to the next radio button. Here you can have up to 5 options. If you're not sure what that means, just click View Info. This is particularly useful for basic grading of information. For example, here it's about cleaning. If it's 1 or 0, an action is triggered. Otherwise, it's just about grading the quality of what you've seen. I think you get the idea of how this works. Note that you can have color-coded buttons if you want. Any buttons can be colored if that's your preference. This is exactly the same for your fire system checks, and any issues will trigger an action form if needed. You also have the ability to include QR code scanning. Everything will be designed to include this. This is particularly useful for rack inspections, for example. If the system detects how you're going to capture a QR code, it will do so very quickly. That QR code has now been captured. You can also create lists. For instance, you can have a long list of fire extinguishers. I can verify whether a fire extinguisher is expired or not. I'll say no. And again, you can have as many comment boxes as needed. Overall, the audit process can be improved. If you'd like, you can set a new audit date to track if standards are improving. I'll come back down here and set the next audit date for February 24th. I'll get a digital signature from the auditor and the site manager. You don't have to include these digital signatures, but if you prefer, we can embed that feature into the system. You could also have a folder upload feature. This is particularly popular for tasks like permit to work forms. If I wanted to upload any files, I can simply come in, choose the file I want to upload, and it will now be uploaded into the system. Now we can save that, and it will send out the relevant email alerts to whoever needs to know about this audit. They can see that it has been effectively communicated, and an email will go to the relevant parties regarding whether they have actions or to confirm that the audit has been completed. So that's one particular form. As I mentioned, you can also use this for incident management. Let's look at an incident management process here. Let's say, for example, we're in the United Arab Emirates. I'm now going to, again, add pictures if needed. I might want to verify myself, the person capturing the information, which is a good way of making sure we know who's doing what. Again, we can use a drop-down to narrow down the business unit for the incident being captured. You don't have to include all these fields, but I'm showing you the level of detail we can go into. I can say I work for CSN, and then effectively here, I can now verify the type of incident I want to report. I'll say it's a personal injury and property damage incident. Now I'm going to give the details. The property was destroyed by impact from another part of the building, which caused injury to a member of staff. We need to get the first responder on site urgently. Once we save this, it will generate a first response to the incident and email it out to the investigating team or the site manager. When we go into this, it brings up what we call the Smart Pack. So this is all the investigation processes that we need to follow to make sure we are compliant with our procedures and processes. The first thing we need to do as the investigation manager is come in here and verify the information that we've just accessed. Yes, this is an active incident. I would classify this as high. Let's say the injury was quite serious, and we need to make sure this individual is taken to the hospital as soon as possible. Once that's done, we can then proceed to verify the location. We can input that manually with a brief description. For example, the incident happened at the beginning of the building at the reception area. This was a construction problem, and it caused the major injury. Then, effectively, we can verify that this was a personal injury and confirm that there was indeed property damage. We can proceed with all the various investigation details needed. For example, a brief description of the incident. The individual who was injured hurt their leg and had to go to the hospital. We need to understand how the property damage occurred and how it caused the injury. Again, I won't go through all of these now, but we can indicate the probable cause as testing 1, 2, 3. It's very quick and easy for us to go in and say we need immediate action, such as testing 1, 2, 3. Then we'll need to detail the damage. Since we've already indicated property damage, we'll now want to know the details, testing 1, 2, 3. For reported by, we'll put Paul Richardson, and I can say I'm an MD. If we want to sign an action, we can do that too. We can build the system to include any type of action form that we need. So yes, I'll create an action. Can we please have a member of the management team on site to review the major injury and understand what best practices need to be learned from this incident? Then we can assign an action owner. I'll assign it to myself, and again, I can upload any files needed, such as document files. Once we save this, that's the first step in the procedure investigation process. All of these steps are quite similar. For example, we also have investigation approvals. Here, we would have the safety compliance officer coming in to approve the investigation. You then need to, let's say, report a serious injury. You want to put together an investigation team. You just simply fill in the details and can add as many individuals as needed. There may be 1, or there could be 4. You just press add and you can keep adding people's details. I'll come out of that now, but the idea is to show you how this all works. You can see here that we have first aid, diagrams, and it's easy for the first aid team to complete their parts and upload any documents. So just a reminder, this is your process that will be digitized. We just need you to share your exact forms, and we will automate that into the system. This shows how you can do an incident report. You can also use our QR code builder for an incident report. If I use my camera and share my phone, you'll be able to see how easy it is. You don't need the app. This QR code can be available for staff to report incidents effectively. Will give me access to an incident report called the First Information Report. Here, I can complete all the information and give a digital signature. This is a web form and it will come into the platform, allowing you to carry out the investigation. Other aspects of this QR code scanning include safety briefings on machinery. For example, let's say we have a waste management system that requires a safety briefing before someone uses it. The QR code will be on the machine, and when I come in here, I can access the briefing. I can read all of that, and once I've verified that I've understood all the safety procedures for using that piece of equipment, I can add a digital signature. I'll confirm I'm not a robot by verifying through a CAPTCHA, then press Verify. Once that's done, I can save the information, and it will now be brought into the core system. If we go back to the main system, we can look at the occupational health and safety audit we've completed. This will give us access to all the details, including any photos. Everything is held in the system, so you can manage this on the web as well as on mobile. Another exciting feature is that you can manage all your actions in the action folder. For example, if there are incidents in progress or incidents that have been assigned for action, this allows you to see everything going on in your business. You can see the teams that are managing these processes, and this is all customizable. If you want different columns, you can have them. You can schedule all your audits for the year, and these will be automated to the individuals who need to complete them. Anytime you want to access one of these, such as an audit that's in progress, you can open it and you'll see all the information, including who is working on the audit. You can also press a button that will take you directly to the audit process as it's being carried out. In terms of managing assets, you can use QR codes and GPS to know where those assets are. For example, if you want to see where an asset is, you can access its details. All of that done via mobile. You can also view all your assets on the web map itself. Now, in terms of the base system, we have connected AI. This is where you might want to analyze your data. We containerize all your data into a specialized server, which prevents AI confusion. You can start to ask complex questions and gain insights. For example, Here's a question we might ask an aviation operations specialist to look up major trends in the business. The AI will start summarizing what's going on, helping to identify areas for improvement and predict future risks. In this particular example, the business doesn't just do safety compliance. They also manage all their assets and resources. AI is a very strong feature of our product, and it really is a game changer. It helps ensure that you're not being reactive, but proactive. The AI will use your information to predict the levels of risk in your business and what actions should be taken to mitigate those risks. So coming back to some of the other exciting features that we have as part of the package, we offer certified training courses available through the app or on the web. These courses allow your staff to become safety experts. They can complete the training in their own time with made-up videos and questions along the way. At the end, they take an exam, and if they pass, they receive a certificate confirming they are now certified. We also use these courses to train people on how to use our product. It's very intuitive and easy to use. Another aspect of what we do is our carbon counting tool, which helps you manage your carbon targets. This is a great tool to understand how you can be proactive in reducing your carbon footprint in the coming weeks. Often, by reducing your carbon footprint, you're also saving money in the business. Finally, regarding the types of forms you can create, as I mentioned, this is a digital factory, and the types of forms you create are really up to you. If I look at some of the demos we've got, we have forms like the first information report, waste management instructions, fire extinguisher checks, racking inspections using QR code scanning, vehicle checks, fire warden checklists, and permit to work forms. The permit to work form is especially useful because it interacts with all of your suppliers and contractors, ensuring they upload their permits and insurance certificates. This guarantees they are fully compliant, wearing the correct PPE, and have the necessary safety equipment before arriving on site. We also have site inspections and food safety activity tracking, which many of our customers use to manage crews. And this feature allows you to manage the loading of the vehicle and track everything that's happening with that consignment. If I were to create a job in the system, it would include the date and all related tasks, such as vehicle loading, departure from the depot, and return to the depot. This allows for a comprehensive view of the entire process. Anything you want to digitize can be incorporated into our system. I'm going to show you one of the examples we did recently for a client, where they wanted us to create an ordering solution through the digital platform. Let me demonstrate using the app. For this example, we are creating an order for safety equipment. Imagine you're in the field and need to place an order today. I can enter the order system, where we've created a smart pack. You can view the product range, and let's say I need 5 items delivered. I can select the products, set the predefined delivery location, e.g. the fire department, and complete a second audit if necessary. I can adjust the order quantity or select a different department, like the electrical department. The system allows you to add items in small chunks, making sure nothing is overlooked, and once I confirm the order, it gets automated to your finance team for fulfillment. As the finance approver, I can enter my name, e.g. Paul Richardson, sign off on the order, and confirm or adjust it based on budget constraints. Once that's done, the order is sent back to the buyer with a processed alert, and the supplier or stockroom receives the order. After that, I can confirm merchandise availability and upload an invoice, signing with my name, e.g. John Smith. An automated email is then sent to the receiver, informing them that their items have been dispatched and are on their way. Once the order is received, it may not all come at once. For example, let's say one package arrives. I can scan a QR code, confirm the quantity received, check for damages, and add any missing items if needed. Once everything is confirmed, I sign with my name, e.g. Fred Smith, and we now have positive proof of delivery for the equipment, whether it's to the field or a specific location. This short video gives you an insight into how we work and the agile nature of our product. We would be excited to offer a more in-depth demonstration. Hopefully, this showcases the vast array of services we can provide. All we need from you is to share your digital process, including all your manual forms and processes, and we will automate them for you. Additionally, we'll offer you a free 4-week pilot so you can experience how we work and the value we can bring. Typically, our clients see a payback within 4 to 6 months from full implementation. We also integrate everything into Power BI, allowing us to automate all your dashboards. This means you can easily visualize your data and track the progress of your audits, inspections, and incidents. Designing all of this is part of the package we offer. Thank you once again for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we look forward to connecting with you in the near future.